What should we talk about today? I know that you have a lot on your mind. I know that you are here to relax and to build a bridge between your conscious awareness and your subconscious mind, and you have come to the right place. But we first need to establish the topic of today's reading. And you might be really surprised by what is coming, but you might also find that what the cards would like to talk to you about makes perfect sense. If you enjoy these types of videos, if you like tarot, ASMR, and psychology, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, like this video, and also if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do so on my website. Now back to our reading. Do you think the cards will be able to communicate something that you maybe haven't been able to communicate to yourself? What do you think? Is this really how it works? When we are doing a tarot reading, are we establishing contact with ourselves? Really? It's us sending a message to ourselves. So, what are we going to talk about today? The hierophant. A lot of my fellow tarot readers, when they see this card, they kind of shudder and cringe. And I myself have a little bit of a complicated relationship with this card myself. And if you would like, please share your initial thoughts about the hierophant in the comment section if you have any experiences with this card. But let me just go on and tell you what I think this card is trying to get across here. So, with the hierophant, we are facing the importance of humility. Our culture, and I'm speaking about Western culture broadly, which includes Europe and the US and also Australia and perhaps other places as well. In the Western culture, we are building upon the sanctity of the individual. We are completely enamored with the idea that we are all unique and original and irreplaceable and irreplicable. To a certain degree, this is true. But the hierophant is coming in with a widely different perspective. And that can create kind of an unpleasant feeling in us. Because the hierophant is saying that you are not in any way special. What you are experiencing is completely defined, explained, and what you need to do is contained in these systems of knowledge that generations and generations before you have established. these traditions that explain who you are. There's no mystery, really. That's perhaps the most controversial thing about the hierophant, in stark contrast to the high priestess, who is a being completely in touch with and an ambassador of the enigma of existence, the subconscious roots of our world, of who we are and what we're doing here. On the other hand, the hierophant seems to be communicating that knowledge is stored, it is contained in these systems, these books, these different schools of thought, these scriptures, these divine manuals, and even the tarot itself could be considered a vehicle for ancient knowledge. So in that sense, the tarot also belongs to the realm of the hierophant. So the hierophant is saying the universe and your place in it is confined and it's knowable, and we have it all written down for you. So all you need to do is look for these external storages of knowledge and find what you need to do, and it is findable. And also there's a moral aspect to this, because the hierophant is saying that it is your moral responsibility to live sort of a righteous life based on the information that is provided to you. So it is your responsibility to take the information and to digest it and to apply it to your life successfully. So we can kind of sense this strict undertone, perhaps a little bit of bigotry that the hierophant can bring to the table energetically. So now I would like to know if the hierophant has something surprising to tell us, perhaps. Is there something, an alternative domain of meaning that perhaps we can enrich ourselves with? So what is some yet undetermined domain of significance that the hierophant is trying to get across to you? Okay. And here we have the Nine of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, so the hierophant is saying that it is a matter of survival, that you educate yourself, that you find the archaic knowledge and try to integrate it. The thing is, since we have a global world with lots of different traditions that are existing simultaneously, that are perhaps a thing of the past, but there are just so many diverse forms and versions of this ancient knowledge. It's really hard to even think about where to begin to try and explore these external vehicles of knowledge. There's just so much to learn. So the hierophant is saying that it's best to start with whatever is closely related to your current position. So the hierophant here is bringing in sort of a practical, a pragmatic approach. And this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a video on YouTube of Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson debating the question of religion. And obviously you can have your opinion about the validity of their ideas. But there was a very interesting metaphor that Sam Harris mentioned, where he said that religion is kind of like, so in his interpretation, the best case or the best explanation for religion is that it serves as kind of a safety measure. He explained it as how you handle a firearm. You always assume that the firearm is loaded, even when you empirically and intellectually know that it's not loaded. You still handle it with the utmost care, and you're very careful not to point it at anything that could get hurt. You're very careful in handling it. And so his metaphor, his analogy was that it is possible to see that religious beliefs have a very similar function, where you live your life as if there was a God, even if as an atheist you don't believe in it. So those are just the ideas that came up for me, but I have this sense of urgency that comes with the Nine of Wands. It's, as you can see, there's an imminent threat in the shape of a bear, and you are surrounded by these wands that could be weaponry, could also be defense structure, but it could also just slow you down. It could become a burden. So, energetically speaking, the cards are trying to express that there is some hidden or yet unexplored realm of knowledge which is available in these external vesicles of knowledge, and you need to look at the most immediately relevant one, whether that be language or philosophy or esoteric traditions, whatever your intuition is bringing up here most strongly, something that is perhaps most closely correlated with your cultural background also. So there could be physical or geographical proximity or genetic proximity to certain traditions that seem obviously relevant at the moment. And so the Nine of Wands is saying that the information that you find there, it seems to be vital that you learn about it. So there's some keys out there planted in the body of knowledge that you can certainly acquire, that you can certainly get acquainted with. So knowledge is out there, knowledge is available, and knowledge is vital in the sense that it enables you to guard yourself energetically better, which seems to be a tremendously important thing at this moment. So I would also like to ask the cards one last thing. What is it that we need to guard ourselves against? So what is this threat that the cards are kind of pointing at? So let's try to find out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Two of Cups. So there seems to be a relationship on the horizon. Some kind of a mutual opening of hearts, a building of this field of trust between two parties. This could be romantic, this could be business related, this could be friendship related. What really seems to be imminent here is that there's some sort of unholy alliance that is being forged that you need to be very careful with. So the cards are saying that in order to avoid becoming attached to some kind of harmful or negatively impactful relationship, there exists some information out there in the hierophant's sphere of knowledge that you could acquire that could protect you from making the wrong step. So with the Two of Cups, it seems quite clear that this is all happening in interpersonal space. There's some kind of boundary breaking that you might not be privy to, and that you need to brace yourself against so that it doesn't turn dangerous. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, a general contemplation of what the Hierophant can show us that we would not expect necessarily. And remember to be a critical thinker. Don't take anything at face value. Question everything, and try to play it safe. Also, I think the Nine of Wands is saying here that you're better off taking smaller risks. Hope you enjoy this reading. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about it, whether you like the Hierophant and his message or not. Thank you for watching. See you next time.